Mechanical pencils are so weird. We didn't even realize 10 years ago that this was more scientifically advanced than almost anything else we had in school, and we took it for granted. Yeet! What is going on, guys? Dirtsheet clocking in from the Spoiler Alert Network. I am here with another edition of the Hype Train, where we get excited about things to be excited about. And going into 2021, there's a lot of things at TSAN to be excited about, a lot of them involving the MCU. And on this episode of the Hype Train today, we are getting excited for the first series of Phase 4 streaming this Friday, January 15th on Disney+, and that is WandaVision. Now, there's a lot of things to be excited about with WandaVision, for WandaVision, in WandaVision, about WandaVision, whatever. Okay, so I made a list. I have a list of things here because I get distracted easily and sidetracked like a squirrel. So I'm going to work my way down this list and discuss what I am excited about in WandaVision, and more honestly, what I'm more excited about is the future after WandaVision and after all of the original series, really, because they're going to be, this is a chess game for the MCU right now, and they are setting up for the most explosive and memorable phase to date yet. Like, if you guys thought everything before this was crazy, buckle up, because now that we have the rights to the Fantastic Four and to X-Men and Doctor Doom and all these other characters to really make a complete Marvel universe, things are going to get insane. So the first thing I'm excited about with WandaVision is, like I said, this kickstarts Phase 4. This is where it all starts. Now, this is where they're playing their games. They're making sure that they get the most money out of us and monopolizing and the blah, 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 blah. Like, because if you don't follow these Disney Plus original series, you're going to be a little confused in the cinematic universe, because this is all going to tie into one joint universe. Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, all going to tie into the movies and everything. The only one that's not, I think, is going to be the What If series. I don't think that's canon. That's something else entirely. But another thing about the Another thing about the WandaVision series that's got me excited is there's a lot of unknown variables in it. It's very mysterious, very ominous. There's a lot of questions. There will probably be more questions raised by the end of the series than we get answered, because they're going to answer like maybe one or two questions and then BAM! They're going to hit us with more, and we'll have to wait 2 more months until we get the next series, because that's how they're going to keep us invested, by making sure we don't know anything that's going on. So, another big thing that is, another big question that is raised with WandaVision is, who's the main antagonist going to be? Who is behind this? Because we'll start with talking about that little pocket reality that Wanda seems to be in, and they're somewhat aware. We'll address the 2 biggest dead elephants in the room, being the fact that we see both the Mind Stone and we see Vision in the WandaVision trailers. Now, in the timeline that we are in, yes, things got wonky with the time heist, but in the timeline that we are in, Vision is dead and the stones are gone. Now, we know in the comics the stones can't really be destroyed. They get more or less atomized or broke down to a molecular level, where they eventually kind of like come together like some super-powered cosmic Legos again. Like, it's as long as the fabric of time and space exists, the stones will exist. They will never actually be destroyed. That being said, we probably expected them to stay away longer than, a year and come back in WandaVision. Now, in the pocket reality, we don't know if it could be Wanda warping reality, because we know that she's capable of these kind of powers. That she, in the Avengers Disassembled storyline in the comics, she was unintentionally warping reality on a crazy level, like just pretty much spawning the Kree and the Skrull out of thin air and bringing Ultron back to life, essentially, like, because she was on the verge of insanity, really. And Like, could she be unintentionally warping reality, not coping with Vision's death after Infinity War? Like, we don't know if that's a possibility. We don't know if it's a simulation, because we see kind of like the staticky breaks that you would see in, like, videos being edited or videos being put together in the reality, and we see that it's jumping from timeline to timeline, going all the way back to the 40s and 50s, coming all the way back, seeming like it comes all the way up to present day with different eras and different kind of like themes of sitcoms, if you will. And we see as we get more progressed through the story, through the timeline, Wanda becomes more aware of what's going on and kind of figuring out that everything's not okay. So is this all just a simulation? Is it all an illusion? Because something else that's rumored for the series is Mephisto. If you guys don't know who Mephisto is essentially Marvel's Satan. He is this uber powerful demonic entity, more or less, who has the magical prowess that is kind of like unparalleled. Like, I think the only person that'd be able to go toe to toe with him in magical prowess is probably possibly Wanda and Doctor Doom. And speaking of which, one of the things that Mephisto is best known for in the comics, one of his most dastardly deeds, is capturing and imprisoning the soul of Cynthia Von Doom, Doom's mother, in hell. And it's like, could Mephisto be manipulating Wanda in a sense, or casting an illusion to just simply drain her of her magic and kind of propel him along another dastardly scheme that's going on besides the scenes? There is a lot of questions, but whatever it is, we do know that Wanda is not in complete control of it. And that is kind of scary, because, like, even a slightly unhinged Wanda is not good for the multiverse. And speaking of the multiverse, could they be introducing the multiverse with this? Because one thing that we know for sure is confirmed is the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. We see several Agents of S.W.O.R.D.'s logos on buildings, posters, on in different pictures and stuff, on the back of the Beekeeper, who we've seen in 2 trailers now. And if you guys don't know who the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. is, the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. are more or less Space Shield. They are S.H.I.E.L.D. but in space, and they deal with extraterrestrial threats, or like spacefaring threats, multiversal threats, kind of. And like, we don't know, could they be using WandaVision to introduce the multiverse and kind of establish a foothold there? I don't really think we're going to get that. I think that the multiverse is going to be dived into more with the Loki series. But if any of these things get introduced, besides Agents of S.W.O.R.D., which is confirmed in the series, I think that it will be Mephisto. And that makes me excited, because Mephisto is a villain untethered or unparalleled, unheard, unseen. Words. He is a villain of the likes that we have not seen yet in Marvel. He is bigger than Thanos in my mind, and it's just, there's a lot of questions getting raised with this series. That's why I'm super excited for it to start streaming this Friday. I know that at work I'm not going to do anything for the first couple hours I'm there, because I'm going to watch the first episode of WandaVision 2 times at my machine, not giving a but get in the comments. Let us know what you guys are excited about for the WandaVision series, or all of Phase 4, more or less, in the MCU, because things are about to get bonkers. Be sure to come back every week as we are rolling here at TSAN now. There's going to be more stuff and videos with the faces of the guys here at TSAN doing stuff and things. But until you see us again, remember to stay dedicated.